right, Bulldog fans, welcome back to yet another week of the Bulldog Breakdown. My name's Cody Mummau. This is Coach Rocco. Coach Rocco, it is December football.
Yes, it is. It feels like it.
It feels like it. Look, we're in a time that Bulldogs this year get to prove that we're road warriors.
Yeah.
Whether it's hours away or just minutes up the road, you've been proving that the road is basically a second office for you.
This year it has been, yeah. It wasn't like that the last couple of years, but we're having to do it the hard way.
Well, tonight we're going to talk about a Friday night that was for the books. I mean, this is one from memory. I'm sure that there's a lot of ups and downs. You guys have been looking at it on film, but simply from a fan perspective, if you missed Friday night, you missed one of the great games in the series between LCA and Heritage for sure. Playoff football at its finest. It was cold, it was loud, it was tense. And right out of the gate, defense stepped up. It was pretty great. And I think it was one of the more dominant first halves of a defense that I've ever seen. I looked at halftime, several people were asking for some stats, and 17 yards in the first half. And almost all of that came on a late half scramble. Yeah. Just, Yeah,
any yardage they really got were off of kind of like broken plays or, scrambles that kept play alive and whatever. But I mean, just basic play, offensive plays. They didn't get anything.
And they always say that defense travels, and especially on cold weather days. And we're going to take our longest trip yet, more than 2 hours up to Nokesville to face Kettle Run state semifinal. One step from playing the championship. I know you're not even there yet, but I am. Got to tell you, it's a podcast. We got to talk about this stuff. One step away from the championship game again back here at Liberty. Everything's on the line. The team's put itself exactly where it wants to be. Coach, we're going to circle back to that matchup in a bit. But before we do that, we're going to step away. We're going to take a look. Maddox has been a great partner with us. They've sponsored our Maddox Power Play of the Week, and we're going to talk about this one. There's several. We put it up to a vote this week. Had 4 candidates for this thing, and got a lot of response, and I'm excited. So we're going to step away for the Maddox Power Play of the Week.
It's time for the Maddox Power Play of the Week, brought to you by Maddox Air, Electrical, and Plumbing, keeping your home running strong. Let's check out this week's big-time play. Maddox, let's get started.
In a defensive slugfest between 2 longtime rivals, the final minute of regulation carried all the weight. LCA punted the ball away and Heritage took over at their own 35. Determined to make one last push, as the clock drained, the Pioneers moved the chains and reached their 45, setting up the moment they needed. On the next snap, the quarterback took his shot, a deep throw down the right side, aiming to push Heritage into field goal territory. The ball sailed toward the Bulldog 35, a potential dagger in a game with almost no margin left. But standing in the flight path was Nate Davis. Reading the route, tracking the throw, he rose up and took the ball away, shutting down the drive, silencing the threat, and sending the game toward overtime. A massive play in a massive moment.
That was your Maddox Power Play of the Week, brought to you by Maddox Air, Electrical, and Plumbing. When it comes to your home, Maddox says, let's get started.
That was your Maddox Power Play of the Week. I'll tell you, I was in the end zone watching down the field when that one happened, and to watch Nate turn and grab that ball, I mean, all of them are athletic plays, but that was an athletic move that he made to get that. For you as a coach, but really as a fan of these kids, you care about these kids. You like to see him make that play. What did you feel like in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy for Nate. He's had a great year. Kind of had a little bit of a sidetrack when he got hurt against Brookville and missed 3 games. And as I said earlier, we're better because he's in our lineup right now. And love the way he cares about this team, about his role on the team. And I just pray that we can continue to go so that this week's game isn't the last for him. He deserves 2 more.
Yeah, I'll tell you that moment was critical. It's one in which they were legitimately making one of their first pushes towards a touchdown at a critical moment, and that robbed them of that. Intercity rivalry, region championship, cold nights. packed stands. I was so excited to see all those fans there on that really, really cold night. Coach, going into a game like this, what's the emotional temperature? Going into the Heritage game, it's the city,
right.
And there's a lot of buzz going on about it. What was the emotional temperature of your team, and how do you continue to keep them steady like they've been?
Yeah, I think when you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, that championship is right out there. And the nice thing about if there's anything nice about a 5-week championship series, you're striving to win the region championship. Then there's the state championship, and then the district was basically what the regular season was. So there's always a little bit of a carrot out in front of you. And to win this region title, I don't know exactly. You may know. I think it was 4 out of 5 we've now won, 4 in a row, I think, region championships. And that's a major accomplishment.
It's huge.
With different faces each year, and I think it's a real testament to our program that we can continue to keep winning consistently. Even with turnover and young guys coming up and filling spots, a lot of times you don't even know that they're really going to be able to do it,
Right.
But we're really proud of these guys, and it was a great accomplishment to beat Heritage basically in their home field.
Let's talk a couple things about this game. I've been having a lot of questions come in, not really questions, just lots of people posting pictures and videos that they took from it. First half, we've already said it, masterclass in defense. Your defensive coaches really put guys in the right place. 17 total yards, physical, disciplined, assignment, sound football. I'm sure they didn't film. You found things that people were in. But the thing that I saw, even when I saw some people out of places, other people pick it up and do that. What did you see on the defense early that allowed them to be so dominant this week?
We felt like the first time we played them, we were a little bit too vanilla. We were sitting in basically one defense, one little change up. And they're a very well coached team, very talented team. And, if you let a talented team get to evaluate what you're doing too long, they're going to get you, So this game plan, we wanted to go in with enough change ups that would change the look of what we're doing, disguise some things, and just never really allow them to get settled in. And really that's what we did. We would bring pressure, we would drop in coverage, we would contain, make the quarterback stay in the pocket, and then put some pressure on him and get a couple sacks. So it really, as you use the term masterclass, it turned out to be that way. The Heritage has been scoring high 40s, 50 points a game. A lot of yardage overall. They had 71 total yards in the entire game, So it was, Coach Meeks and the defensive guys did a great job of play calling and mixing things up. And just really happy. And it allows us to be the more complete team. The offense is complementary football. Offense is complementing defense, special teams, and so we're going to need to continue to be complementary and playing at a high level in all 3 phases.
Yeah, our only touchdown in regulation comes on a drive that really had a lot of penalties on. Some that me as a fan was kind of upset at, but there were some that we were shooting ourselves in the foot when we had good momentum going. But really, that 4th down play, Luke rolls over and throws it to Jordan, and there's a lot of confidence to put the ball in the hand of your quarterback on a 4th and long when in that position. Talk to me about that, the decisions that you had. I think there was a couple 4th down opportunities there.
Yeah, there were. Football is becoming a game of analytics. I'm not a huge analytic guy, but you see at all levels, teams going more on 4th down than ever before.
Go Panthers.
We just felt like, we were possessing the ball. If you look back at the stats, we possessed the ball probably 2 times as much as they did. And so we wanted to keep the ball out of their offensive hands. And, we felt like we were in control. So we went on fourth a couple times in that game and tried to keep the ball in our hands and away from them.
Yeah. Second half turned kind of into a street fight. I mean, it was just banging back and forth. And then that crazy sequence where they punted to us and we got blocked in. There's a lot of people around. Ball hits the ground. They get the ball really close to their end zone, really puts them in the only position they had to get in. They punch it in. And a game in which defense is dominated, now 7-7. Right. It's a new game. That sequence could have broken momentum. We were dealing with young guys, you know. How did the defense reset and keep fighting? What's your message to guys on the sideline in those moments where they could have easily taken off with that?
You got to turn the page. When things that happen that are good, things that happen that are bad, we got to move on to the next play, and we can't dwell on what just happened. I think we did a good job of that Friday night, and I think it's really been something that has allowed us to become better each week as we've gone through the season. The fact that, we never let something get us down. We never get too high. We never get too low. We've been pretty steady, and really happy that these guys have kind of bought into that kind of mentality.
Yeah. So the game's tied 7-7. Heritage is driving late in the game with a chance to take the lead. And then our Bulldog of the Week changes everything. Yeah. Before we talk about that, we want to step aside. I want to introduce you to our Bulldog of the Week, the one that really sealed the deal to get us to overtime. Go check it out. All right, Bulldog fans. On this cold night, we're excited to bring you the Osterbind Law Bulldog of the Week, Nate Davis. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, you've got to be excited. We're going on week 4 of the second season, and brother, you helped us get there. So, I like to talk about football, about what it means to be on a team and all, but I'm just going to straight off start with one great. I mean, you made a lot of great plays the other night, but Heritage is driving to take the lead in the game, and you go out in coverage, turn around, and ball is coming right at you. Tell me what that moment's like as a football player, as a person, for somebody maybe who's never played football or like me hasn't played football in a long, long time. What was that moment like when you saw that ball coming at you and you did you realize in that moment how big that was coming at you?
Not really. I just saw the ball and I my eyes got big. I was like, oh, it's right there. So I was like, I have to go get that. So it kind of came right to me. I just had to jump and spin a little, but it was right there. It was very exciting. I got a little too excited and kind of tripped myself when I was running back.
So you didn't go down on purpose?
No, no, I tripped. I was hitting the ground because I was mad, but it was an exciting moment getting the ball. So
that's cool. Hey man, so let's just jump back a little bit. What does it mean for you this year, being on this Bulldog team, being a Bulldog? What does it mean to be on a Bulldog football team?
It means a lot. It's my family. I've been a part of the program. This is my 3rd year. And the coaches and all the players really embrace everyone, and it's like a brotherhood and a family. So I wouldn't rather be playing with anyone else. Yeah.
This year has been really, really long. I mean, we are in December now, and we talk about Thanksgiving football. We're talking about there's Christmas. You just said there's Christmas lights up out here. How do you keep yourself energized and able to get up and be out here putting into practice? How do you do that in a long season?
The coaches make it. I don't know if easy is the right word, but they don't make us be like, oh, we have to go to practice again. They make it fun, exciting. Like I said, it's like a brotherhood, so we like being around each other. And it's a privilege to be able to play on Thanksgiving or practice on Thanksgiving. Not every high school football team is doing that. So it's like you have to have the right mindset about it instead of being like, oh, we have to keep practicing. when we're tired or hurting or whatever. It's like not everyone gets to do it, especially in my senior year. It's like this could be it. So it's like just gonna make the best of it.
That's awesome. Hey, if you had to give a game ball to somebody from the Heritage game that maybe doesn't get recognized, maybe that you saw had a great game or did something that impressed you, who would you give a game ball to?
To Heritage?
No,
No,
your team.
Oh,
During
our
the-
team.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like,
Who would you have break the rock? Maybe who?
yeah.
um,
Maybe somebody that doesn't get their name called a whole lot or just does stuff good all the time.
I think I'd say like Jordan, because he played a lot on defense too, and he played the whole offensive game, and he just always plays like his best. So
Yeah,
that's Jordan.
That's really great. Nate, faith is a huge part of LCA football.
Yes, sir.
There's been a lot of talk about what it means to have faith in Christ, and we saw guys when it was a lot warmer get baptized down there. We're not doing
Yes,
midfield baptisms this week. For you, how have you seen the spiritual growth of this team? How's this team grown spiritually from your point of view?
Man, it's great to see the spiritual, I guess, like side of football of our team. The coaches every day begin with a prayer, and then right before we get on the field, they pray, and then right before we get off the field, they pray, and it's honestly great to always have that, and it's fun, not fun, but it's just good to see like in the locker room some of the talks like that there are going on about God and the Bible and stuff, and it's just great to see. And I've grown a lot in my faith, especially this year. Just getting close with the right people on the team, and it's just like it's great to see.
Come Saturday, we're going to be headed up to Nokesville, Virginia. It's a little bit over 2 hours up there. I used to live up in that area.
Oh,
It's a
that's cool.
little bit of a ride. You get on a bus. Tell me what your go-to is on a long trip like that. Is it music? Is it sleeping? Is it playing rock paper scissors with everybody on the bus?
No, I usually don't. On the way to a game or up, I usually don't really talk. I just listen to music, and if it's a long way, I just sleep. But I usually am not talking. I'm just like chilling, listening to music. But yeah, just listen to music and sleep on long bus rides.
Coach Nate has stepped in over these, like you said, he's been here 3 seasons, come in and proven himself, especially this year, to be an impact player. Talk to me about the growth that you've seen in this guy.
He's been outstanding. I mean, really, I told him the other day, I think since he got back from a shoulder injury, he hurt his shoulder, missed 3 games, 2 or 3 games.
3.
Yeah, so
Came back at the Broadway game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and made that big catch,
Yeah,
too.
and so, I mean, we have been a better football team, defensively specifically, but better football team with Nate back in the lineup. You know, he'd be walking down the hallway right now, and that guy's a football player. but he is a tough nut. He cares. When you are practicing this long in a season and whatever, I mean, it is hard. It's a grind, But Nate realizes he's a senior. This is important to him. And others follow his lead because he is a senior that has earned the right to be able to be listened to. So I'm really proud of him. I really am. He has had a great year, and just thankful that he's back healthy again and doing his thing.
Nate, last thing before I let you go, because it is 30 degrees out here.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe 30 degrees. This last Friday night, there's a lot of people in that crowd.
Oh, yeah.
For it to be freezing cold outside, there's a lot of students from LCA that came. What does it mean for you to hear that? Like, they've been loud this year.
Yeah, they were. It was awesome.
Do you guys feel that when
I love it personally. Like just hearing, I like pressure and just hearing like knowing there's so much going on, so much people here to support us. It just makes me like want to play even better. I don't know why, but like in the sound, like it gets me going. Like I love it.
Yeah, 2.5 hours is a long way for a group to ride, but come watch this guy, number 3, out on the field. It's gonna be good. Hey Nate, we appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
You.
All right, that's your Bulldog of the week. Nate, he's something else, man.
Yeah.
He's been very valuable, and that moment, catching that ball. I don't know. Football is so fun.
Yeah.
It's a matter of inches sometimes, and that pushed us to overtime.
Yeah, that series kind of, in the fourth quarter was kind of going back and forth, someone and trying to get a one up on the other guy, and Heritage kind of had a little bit of mojo going, and then Nate put a damper on that, and then sent us into overtime where I really felt like our guys were prepared, and that we were going to be able to take the upper hand in overtime if it got into the overtime.
Yeah. So we get the ball first, and is that usually? Do you want ball first? Because you want defense first.
Yeah.
Right?
So before the captains went out for the coin toss, the thought was we wanted to be defense. So if we win the toss, we elect to be on defense. They won the toss, and they elected to be on defense, so we had to go on offense first. But 3 downs, bam, 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 we pounded it, and Jaden went in on 3rd down and
carried somebody into the end zone.
Carried someone into the end zone. So really happy how hard he ran. So we go up 7-0, and then the defense took over from there.
Defense took over. I think it was an incomplete pass off to his right, and then
negative play.
That 3rd down, that was in the voting for the Maddox Power Play of the week. That's the one that came in right with Nate's pick, and it's, for me, it's fun to watch how plays develop, and to watch JoJo be on the opposite side from where the tackle is going to take place, but never quitting on a play, chasing him down from behind, and of course Slash ran into his offensive lineman just enough of a hesitation that JoJo goes airborne. I don't know if you watch that. Like, he goes airborne to take him down, and ultimately that puts it at 4th and 21. It's not
you think about that. I mean, the overtime period begins on the 10-yard line, and they finished on the 21.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's an outstanding defensive stand for sure.
Against a great team.
Against a great offensive team.
Final score 14-7, road playoff. I know it's in Lynchburg, but it's across town, and that's a road win. Road playoff win, number 3, region champions. You look at this win as a whole. What defines this team at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we're resilient. We don't take no for an answer. There's been a lot of hurdles and obstacles thrown before us. The travel for sure. You said it. Officiating sometimes gets us a little bit worked up, and so we've got to overcome it and just turn the page and keep going. And
next play.
These kids have been doing it, and looking forward to keep on keeping on.
So as we turn towards Kettle Run, we've beat the number 3, number 2, number 1, and now we're going to another number 1. And then if we wind up in the state, probably be against another number 1.
That's right.
What a path. We had some of our fans wrote in some questions that they had for you. We've talked about being on the road. The question came and said, Coach, how have you kept your guys locked in week after week on the road? These are long trips. How do you keep them just ready to go?
I go back all the way to the Ohio trip that we made, and little did we know that it would ultimately end with us being road warriors when we started the year as road warriors. And that trip obviously didn't turn out exactly the way we would have wanted it, but I think it did prepare us. It prepared us, for team unity. It prepared us for overcoming hard things and unknowns. You don't know exactly how things are going to play out when you travel, and can you stay in a rhythm? And it's really prepared us well. And now 3 weeks in a row, the Broadway trip was almost as long as what Kettle Run's going to be.
Right.
Wilson and now cross town with Heritage. I mean, you're in unfriendly confines. You're having to kind of create a rhythm for yourself, but you're you're having to do it in unfamiliar territory. But it's been a blast. I'm just really so happy for these guys. You know, a lesser group would have tapped out long ago. You know, and these guys just keep coming.
Another question came in. It's a coach, honest question. Would you prefer to win in a blowout or in a thriller like we saw the other night? I just like to win.
Yeah.
but I mean, I guess that's a fair question.
It is a fair question. I mean, to know the outcome of a game, if you knew it before, I would definitely say, down to the wire overtime games. But going through it is often nerve-wracking, you've got to stay locked in because you've got to make play calls that are going to be, hinging on the good or the bad. And you can't get too emotional or else that can get you out of whack. But I love the exciting games, and, we've been on the good end of them, most of them.
Yeah. Last one of the coach questions. Who keeps it loose in your locker room? Who's a comedian? Who's a hype guy?
Yeah.
Who's your steady voice in there?
Yeah, I mean, I think of Sam Dunmeyer. Sam's always got a funny thing to say. We've talked about the joke off Wednesdays that we have, and we've had, we're going on 15 weeks now, and we've had several guys that have done 3 and 4 weeks of a dynasty, of winning the joke off Wednesday. And so we've got some very talented, very funny guys on our team that keep it loose, and, everybody enjoys that aspect.
Coach, before the icicles start forming on our hair and all the things, let's look ahead to Kettle Run, Nokesville, Virginia, up near Manassas. I actually played football in Manassas, Virginia, so we're going up to familiar territory.
That's where we're going to stay. The hotel is going to be in.
No way. That's awesome. I went to, it's now called Unity Reed High School. We used to be called Stonewall Jackson High School up there. Winner goes to the championship game at Williams Stadium. Kettle Run's tough. They're experienced. They are what we call battle tested. What kind of game do you expect from them stylistically? What are we looking at in this team?
Offensively, they're very similar to us, actually. A lot of the run concepts that they run are similar to what we do. Pass game, their quarterback, playing slash now twice over at Heritage has prepared us, I hope, for Kettle Run's quarterback, number 5. He's a very dynamic athlete, throws the ball well, but is, really with his feet can be even more dangerous. And then defensively, they're a very fundamental, in the right spots, trying to set edges, tries to keep you from getting outside and turning everything back in. And then they run to the ball. So good kicking game. Their kicker and punter are both back. They are experienced. They have 9 guys back from their defense that we played last year, and like 7 or 8 on offense. So the team that we played last year is basically this same team, just minus the quarterback and the running back and one other player. So
without a doubt, they're looking forward to having the Bulldogs come to their turf, and I'm sure they're going to have a great crowd out there. Coach, anything else as we get ready to go, inviting fans to come up? I mean, I know that's a 2.5-hour ride, but worth it, right? Yeah,
you only go, through state runs like this only so often, and it's a memory for everybody, for our whole community. We'll hopefully be talking about these last couple of years for a long time.
Yeah, without question. Last I looked, I don't know if the tickets have been put online yet. I think that's done through the VHSL.
I know that there was a link that just went out on RenWeb for LCA. I think it was a GoFan link, so I think that went out today.
Okay, so by the time that we get this up, if I'm worth my weight, I'll put the link in the description. But definitely, it's worth a ride up there. I will tell you, Nokesville has a great pizza place right in the middle of town that you should go check out. I know I'm going to check it out. pack your hand warmers. I don't think it's going to be as cold as it is right now. We're
It's a 2 o'clock
playing
game.
a 2 o'clock game, so a day game. You can be back in time for dinner.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
get dinner on the way. But without question,
Watch the UVA
That's
championship.
that's what
I
we're
think
looking.
that's at 8. I think.
Yeah, we're looking to come back. Duke can totally mess up everybody's college football playoffs. For me, I'm in pro football mode now that my Panthers are relevant again.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But more than anything, so excited about LCA Bulldog football. It's going to be great. Go get your tickets online. Pack the cars. Carpool up to Nokesville, Virginia. Hey, it's going to be worth your while. Coach, congratulations on getting this far. Region 3C champions, now on to the state semis. And we are believing in a state championship back here in a couple weeks. But before we do that, next stop, Kettle Run. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Coach, let's go get warm.
All right.
Go Dogs.